Welcome to Hook and Look Splash, a splash of angling information with an underwater point of view. This week, we offer some insight on interpreting Humminbird Side Image while exploring a sunken barge loaded with smallmouth.
There's smallmouth. There's smallmouth all over it. And big fish. Oh yeah, nice. This looks awesome. And there's smallmouth everywhere.
We'll utilize the Humminbird Side Image on the left side of the screen as a three-dimensional topographic map as we explore and identify the broken components of the sunken wreckage. If you glance at the yellow arrow on the side image, this indicates my current position and direction. You'll notice the pair of bowed beams which have broken away resting on the bottom. This curious smallmouth is just cruising the area and scopes out one of the many scattered coontail beds that surround the wreck. On the side imaging screen, these weed beds look like puffy white clouds. In the distance stands an assemblage of vertical timbers, detecting the last remaining erect structure of the wreck. Upon closer investigation, I discover a group of rock bass positioning underneath what appears to be some sort of deck floor, perhaps of the wheelhouse. Rock bass are instinctively drawn to wooden wrecks. These panfish should have been more appropriately named wreck bass. The overhead deck provides a canopy and a secure place for these smaller fish to conceal themselves. As I move above the canopy, I'm greeted by larger fish, bass, carp, and even a walleye. Now from this angle, I'm facing the concave structure which is casting the broad shadow on the side image screen. I'm guessing because of its shape and fortification that this is most likely the bow of the barge.
The direction you're swimming down right now, are you swimming down the length of the wreck right now, at that direction?
It's affirmative. I'm going right down the edge of it. You see all the planks, all the beams, horizontally across the barge.
This assembly, in actuality, is one of the side walls which has dilapidated and collapsed in. You can even see the gussets, which used to support the walls, have long broken free of the deck. Running down the center of the barge are more than a half a dozen standing square wooden pillars, evenly distributed, approximately 12 feet apart. On the side image, not only can you see the pillars, but their shadows as well. Look at the fish. Due to the complexity of the structure, fish are difficult to distinguish from the wreckage on the side image, but on the other hand, directly below the boat, the suspended fish are clearly visible. At last, I'm rounding the reinforced beams of the barge stern.
Look at the zebra mussels. I mean, this is just totally encapsulated. That's a piece of metal bolted this whole thing together. Okay, now when you see my bubbles down, I'm at the end of it.
Okay, well you're 100 feet away from the buoy at least, so it's a lot bigger than I ever realized.
What do you think, Davey? I always love diving something different, you know, especially old wrecks like this one. You know, people have been on them. And then to see something all broken apart here, but you can kind of picture what it used to look like. But I love diving something different. It's always fun. That's especially when it works in our favor and we've got bass all over it. And every other, type of species of fish, they all live here.
To view additional Splash podcasts, simply visit hookandlook.com.